don't usually like TV shows, for one reason or another. Sometimes they're just too meandering, sometimes just don't care about the characters, they're too long, they're too boring, they're too convoluted for their own good. There are a couple of TV shows that I like. The first season of True Detective, all of South Park, Game of Thrones, but other than that I watched some others like Sherlock, which had some okay episodes, but others were sorely disappointing. But Twin Peaks, it's freaking amazing. It truly is. And I actually went in with kind of low expectations, even though it is directed, produced, created by Mark Frost and David Lynch, and it has a pretty solid cast that's gone on to make some really great work, or at least to become very famous to the eye of the audiences. But the first episode, the pilot itself, it sets up the characters, it sets up the world, but it didn't really capture me. Of all the episodes, of the 8 episodes that the first season is comprised of, the pilot probably is the weakest one in my opinion, and we need the pilot to introduce the characters, but there was something missing. I was like, okay, it's fine, but I'm not really getting into it. Then I watched the second episode, and I loved it. And then I watched the third one, fourth one, and I finished the entire season. Twice. Yes, I watched it twice in 12 days, more or less. And it was great. I truly adored this first season, and now I can't wait to watch the second season. What do I like and dislike about the show? Well, let's start from the positives. The characters themselves. The show is kind of a self-parody on TV shows of the era that were usually about these quiet towns where everything is peaceful and everyone is happy always. And at first the characters look like that, but the more you get to know them, the deeper and more disturbed they are, because honestly, that's life. It is a parable, a metaphor for real life. No one is really normal, especially inside their houses, because outside some people behave in a very socially good way, let's say, but inside their homes they do some nasty ass shit. Everyone does it in more or less awful ways, and some of these characters are truly despicable. Others are just sad to watch, and others are a joy, such a big joy to watch. And our protagonist is Agent Dale Cooper of the FBI, played by MacLachlan. And I love him. He is a role model for boys everywhere, let's say. If a young boy, a teenager, watches this TV show, Dale Cooper is a good role model. Nowadays we always have those disturbed protagonists, Walter White and whatnot, who are great characters, but I know some teenagers, back when Breaking Bad was on TV, that took the wrong messages from the show. They found it that it actually made some of the life choices of Walter White actually positive. They were not. He was self-destructive. He became an evil person in the end of the show. In this case, however, Agent Dale Cooper, first of all, he's a funny guy. Truly funny, delivers some of the best laughs of the show. Then, his charisma. He's incredibly charismatic. He loves life, which is something that I don't think I've seen before in other TV shows. He's truly enthusiastic about everything. He loves that there are ducks swimming in the lake. He loves the smell of the trees. He loves watching people just slowing down when there is a yellow light. These are the small things in life that make him happy, and it makes you, the audience member, happy as well. And I loved watching that. He's a great character, and other characters as well are pretty darn interesting. The Sheriff Truman is a normal guy, probably the most normal one in the entire town, but then you have Hawk, another deputy, Andy, those are great. And the townspeople as well. You have, for example, Pete, played by the late Jack Nance, who is just Jack Nance playing himself pretty much, but he's great. He's a very funny guy, and he looks older than he actually was at the time, but whatever. You also have Laurie Piper as Pete's wife, who gives one of the most professional performances in the show, because the show rides a line between cheesy and self-aware, and she's actually the only one that's really professionally acting, and she also won, or at least was nominated for a Golden Globe, which makes sense. You also have Big Ed, you have Norma, you have the Log Lady, you have a shit ton of characters, and they're all pretty much very interesting to watch. And the themes of the show, themes of duality, of other themes from David Lynch movies, they are all here, and I expected watching the second season and the movie Fire Walk With Me, it's going to be a more complete vision, so I'm gonna do a full recap after I watched all of those, but the first season is very tight, it gets right to the point, there is pretty much no fat at all, every single scene matters in the grander scheme of things, there is no scene that you go like, oh, this could have been cut, except for maybe one character, but other than that, it was just such a joy to watch. And there are also some very weird things, like for example, Bob, that weird-ass guy spirit. I know he has a bigger role in the end, but that was kind of disturbing at first. The Red Room is an amazing sequence, one of the best ones I've seen on television. The finale is full of cliffhangers. They keep throwing them at you. Every 5 minutes there is, oh, a cliffhanger and another cliffhanger right to the last second. The music by Angelo Badalamenti is iconic to say the least, and they use it perfectly, both in, as I've already said, a cheesy way, where like some people are just so much in love and there is the epic love music playing in the background, but also some other times it's used very effectively to increase the tension. And is one of the most underrated composers for sure. And overall, what I really enjoyed is that there is no fat, as I've already said, and that's the reason why I do think that the first season of Twin Peaks has to be seen by pretty much everyone, especially fans of TV shows, because it is better than most TV shows, especially for the time. It involved television, it made it more cinematic in a way, with the use of wide shots, of focus, of close-ups, of details of various objects. It goes beyond what most television shows did at the time, and it is amazing. So definitely watch the first season of Twin Peaks. I can't wait to watch the second season, the movie and the revival. So guys, love Twin Peaks. But still, have you watched Twin Peaks? Do you like it or do you dislike it? Tell me in the comments below. Thanks guys for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.